Hello there, this is Mike Goldenberg with some Karnshift. I won the die roll. His hand is slow. If anger ends up mattering, I think his hand will be really good. Otherwise, his hand's pretty bad. I'm going to keep the idea of a turn 3 anger with a turn 4 Karn. Let's hope anger ends up being really good in this matchup. Because if so, I can just run away with this game. Okay. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, right? Yeah. Just pass here. Come on, opponent, flood the board with a bunch of X3s. Okay. One more. Couple choices here. I could wait a turn. I think I might actually just wait a turn. I think it's more valuable for me to ramp. A 2-for-1's nice. In tempo alone, it's probably worth angering there, but because I drew a ramp spell, I think it's worth ramping. Turn 6 Titan's not very fast, but a turn 5 Titan might be able to do it here. Here's the Wishboard package. Okay. Yeah, our opponent's just going to be a little bit too slow here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nothing else to do here except just be set up to win next turn. So Karn in this particular matchup would be good at grabbing Ensnaring Bridge, Worm Coil, Ballista, and Engineered Explosives. Those are the big ones to grab here. Sure. So we have 6, 8 mana. Yeah, a 2/2 Hangerback Walker is not going to beat us here. Okay. So I'll bring another Anger of the Gods. I can bring in, I guess, some additional threats here. I don't think I really particularly need them. I think I like that. Thragtusk, just have some additional life gain. It's probably fine. I still like the Farseek because I still want to be able to drop Karn on turn 3. Karn can grab me, like I said, Bridge, Walking Ballista, Wormcoil Engine, which can just win me the game by themselves. What I really like about the Wishboard package, and I've talked about in a couple of my other videos, is how it fixes Karnshift's issue with what I've called having a bad sideboard. It's the same thing with Tron. Tron's traditionally had a bad sideboard, so the ability to be able to shift into a deck that's got main board flexibility and a toolbox kit while not losing valuable sideboard space is really relevant for decks like Tron and Karnshift. Now, a deck like Amulet Titan also can run Karn. I think Karn's good there. I just don't think Karn is as good there as it is, say, in these matchups here. Yeah, this is fine. Hopefully we get to see him. The way this hand looks, though, it looks like it's just going to be a bunch of ramp and a Scapeshift kill. Hardened Scales? Come on. Come on. Ah. Mono Green Stompy running Hardened Scales. It's a little awesome. Sure. Scapeshift in hand, so I grab Forest. When I have Titan in hand, I grab Mountains. We should just have a turn 4 win here, because the Bolt in hand knocks our opponent down to 17. Yep. Yeah, our opponent's just going way too slow here. They really don't stand a chance. There's not anything they can really do here. Two, 4, 6, 7. Okay, just don't misclick. Valakut, Stomping Ground, Mountain, Cinderglade, Cinderglade, Cinderglade. Mountain. Yeah, there's really nothing our opponent's deck could do here. Alright, well, we won. I didn't see too much of the deck there, so I guess I'll go over it real quick here. It's Scapeshift, but with 4 Karns. I'm running 1 Acid Moss. If you just break it down, kind of the way I look at it, you have the land package, which I'm running the full 4 Valakuts and 7 fetches. Here's the removal package, 4 Bolt and 2 Anger. I know I'm a little bit weaker against Thing in the Ice, but Thing in the Ice hasn't been as prevalent in the meta for a little while, which is strange because it's probably the best deck in the format. Here's my ramp package, which features 1 Acid Moss, which is very good against Amulet, Control, and obviously Tron. And here's my win conditions here. Scapeshift, Karn, Primetime Impact. My wish board is right here. So I have 10 total wish board cards. Pithing Needle is very relevant. It's Planeswalkers. I've used it so far for Liliana and Karn, and actually even Celestial Colonnade to prevent my opponent from attacking me. Relic of Progenitus is my graveyard hate of choice. I could use Grafdigger's Cage, Tormod's Crypt, a bunch of other ones. But Relic felt like it had the most application since it also just reads draw a card, and Karn can also grab it again once it's exiled, because you can grab something from exile, and that's technically will be an exile after you use it. So you can just use it to make a little card advantage engine if you need it. It's also relevant against Tarmogoyf. I'll go over a Walking Ballista next. It's a threat I can grab that's very good against some go wide decks, which this deck can struggle against. Wormcoil Engine is my 5th primetime, effectively. It's just a large, big, dumb threat I can cast under Blood Moon that Karn can grab for me. Obviously, his applications with Lifelink is relevant, which is quite often. Lattice is obviously the card that combos with Karn to lock your opponent out of the game. It does this because Karn is a Stony Silence effect, and Lattice makes all permanents. This is a one-sided Stony Silence effect, and this makes all permanents artifacts. I have Chalice of the Void, which I can easily drop on 0, 1, or 2 for varying degrees of success. On 1, it only hits my 4 bolts, which isn't even that much loss in the matchups I'm going to be dropping it in. Engineered Explosives, I can only put up to 2, but 2 hits Meddling Mage and Kitesail Freebooter, and 1 hits a lot of different things as well. So it's a really, really useful card. Can sometimes be a one-sided board wipe. I would have grabbed that last match if I needed to. Ensnaring Bridge is really good if we get our hands low, which we can do if we're drawing like this section of our deck. We can drop a bridge as fast as turn 4, and if we're not dead yet, we can stay alive. I'm running 2 Damping Spheres, which maybe seem weird in a Wishboard package because I only need to grab 1. The reason being is that this deck is actually a really good Damping Sphere deck, and it doesn't hurt at all, and it hurts a lot of our odd matchups. It makes them really good. Everything that's a terrible matchup like Storm and Ad Nauseam to even matchups like Tron and Amulet Titan. So in a matchup where these are good, I'm going to side 1 in, and then keep 1 in the Wishboard. So I would have 5 total copies I can draw into instead of just the traditional 4. It's in fact such a great effect, I've been thinking of adding 3 Damping Spheres in the board. My non-wish sideboard cards are Baloth and Thragtusk, which have applications both life gain and extra threats. Baloth also being neat, where if someone's making you discard a card, you can pact for Baloth and pitch that. Tracker is just an additional threat if I'm expecting that Scapeshift is not going to be valuable, or if I'm expecting some sort of Field of Ruin surgical effect. Anger of the Gods, a 3rd one, so you just need more sweepers. And Beast Within is just a catch-all permanent removal card, which also pairs well with Anger of the Gods and Lightning Bolt, because we can easily kill the beast if it ends up being a problem. So that's a deck. Hope you like it. I'll see you in the next one.